Hi students, welcome back. Let's continue with the RMI, that is a remote method invocation. So in the previous video I explained the architecture of the RMI. Now let's see what are the terms that we used in that RMI architecture. The terms are stub and skeleton. So let's understand what is a stub and what is a skeleton, how it is going to useful in the remote method invocation. RMI uses the stub and skeleton objects for communication with remote objects. Okay, the thing you have to remember that the stub and skeleton are the objects that we used in the RMI for communication along with the remote objects. So what exactly the remote objects are? The remote object is an object whose method can be invoked from another Java virtual machine. Okay, one method object will be invoked in the another Java virtual machine, that you call it as a remote object. Okay, you are present at the client side and you want the method from the server side. So you have to invoke that. So this type of objects, you call it as an remote object. A remote object is an object whose method can be invoked from another Java virtual machine. Now let's discuss what is a stub exactly. A stub is an object, acts as a gateway for client side. Remember that. Stub is at present at client side. So it is, stub is an object, but what's the purpose of stub? It is acting as a gateway for the client side. Just acts as a gateway between the client objects and the server side. So this stub is acting as a gateway and present at the client side. All outgoing requests are routed through it. So if you want to send a message to the server or to the other machine, the messages outgoing requests are routed through stub only. Okay, so you are already seen in that architecture, the client object, all outgoing request, this is a request, all outgoing requests are going through the stub. From there to it going to the remote reference layer. So it resides at the client side and represents the remote objects. So what's the operations of what exactly the stub object will do? When a caller invokes a method, caller means the client wants to invoke a method which is present at the another Java virtual machine. So that is a remote object. If you want that remote object, when caller invokes a method on the stub object, it has to do these operations. First, initiates a connection with Java virtual machine. Let's start a connection with the Java virtual machine. Then it writes a transmits. Transmits mean marshals. Marshal means transmit. Reads means unmarshal. Okay, if you want to transmit or if you want to write the data, you call the term as a marshals. So it writes and transmits the parameters to the remote virtual machine, that is a Java virtual machine. First initiate the connection, next transmit the parameters to the JVM and wait for the result. Now the client is waiting for the result. Client waits for result. So after that, this side the server has to do this side it reads unmarshals, means it has to be unmarshal. The return values or exceptions. It finally returns the value to the caller. So what exactly this client side this stub is doing? The stub is acting, it first requesting the server. So whatever the message that is getting from the server, it passes to the client objects. Client objects and the stub is present. Okay. So first it initiates the connections with the Java virtual machine and then it transmits the parameters to the another machine, Java virtual machines, and it waits for the result. Okay. After that it reads, means unmarshals. Unmarshals the parameters. Okay, and the return values or exceptions, it finally return the value to the caller. So this is exactly what the stub is doing. Now let's see what the skeleton will do. So the skeleton is present at the server side. So it is also an object, acts as a gateway for the server side objects. So for the client side of objects, the stub is acting as a gateway, and at the server side of the object, the skeleton acts as a gateway. All the incoming requests are routed through it. When skeleton receives the incoming request, from where it is receiving the incoming request? From the client. Whenever the skeleton receives the incoming request, so just here, the skeleton is receiving the incoming request. So this is a request and it is giving the reply. So the skeleton is receiving the request and replying the message. When the skeleton receives the incoming request, it has to do the following tasks. So what exactly the skeleton is doing? First, it reads the parameters for the remote object, okay, for the objects that are coming from the client. So from the client, the objects are coming and these will be read by the skeleton. Next, it invokes the method on an actual remote object. So whatever it receiving, first what the skeleton will do, it invokes the method. That method is already present in this Java virtual machine. So it invokes the method on actual remote object. Then it writes and transmits. After that it writes and transmits. Means marshals the result to the caller. So after reading it again replying to the caller. So that is a operation of this skeleton. So here just a machine A is the caller and the machine B is performing the method, invoking the method. So the machine A caller is sending through stub over the internet and sends to the machine B, which is acting as a server. So this is a skeleton objects, means it's a remote objects and performing the operation. So this is about the stub and the skeleton in the RMI method. Thank you.